Hi, Norbert here with the Pro Tools Video Dictionary. In this episode, you'll learn about the edit modes. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell. And if you want to stay in the loop about my latest tips and tricks, please subscribe to my newsletter after watching the video. Let's go! Pro Tools has 4 edit modes, and you can select them right here. Alternatively, you can use the shortcuts, which are F1, F2, F3, and F4. Interesting detail, the grid mode has 2 options, absolute and relative grid. I'll get back to this later. The edit modes define certain restrictions when you perform an edit operation like selecting, moving, or trimming. Let's have a look at this. If you're in slip mode, you're actually free to do what you want. No restrictions at all. That's why it's green. If you're in the absolute grid mode, all edit operations are restricted to absolute grid lines, and the value of your grid lines you select over here. When you're working in relative grid, your edit operations are done in increments of the grid value. Now that means that you're generally maintaining musical alignment of a clip when you're moving it from one location to another. Now here's a great tip. If you are currently in grid mode and you want to temporarily go back to slip, press Command. You don't have to change the edit mode. And the same goes for temporarily changing from the slip mode to the grid mode. The spot mode is the numerical mode in Pro Tools. Now, anything you try to move or trim will call up a dialog box where you have to put in numbers and tell Pro Tools exactly where you want to move something to or where you want to trim something to. Last but not least, the shuffle mode is great for reorganizing and rearranging parts of your tracks. First off, if you delete something, the gap that normally appears in slip mode simply will close. If you move something around, the gap that would normally appear will close, and at the destination, Pro Tools will open a space for the clip that you are moving there. Again, this is great for experimenting and changing song structures. The last thing I need to show you is something called Snap to Grid. In this mode, you activate slip, shuffle, or spot together with the grid mode. What does this mean? It means that whenever you're making a selection, you always use the grid. But whenever you're performing an edit operation, you are using the edit mode that you have selected, slip, shuffle, or spot. I've prepared 3 tracks for you, and I'm going to show you slip grid, shuffle grid, and spot grid in action. That's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Here's a question. Which other Pro Tools functions would you like me to cover in future videos? Please let me know in the comments. Now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and share this video with your friends. And if you're interested in more tips about Pro Tools and audio production, then subscribe to my newsletter right now. See you soon and make some noise.